Hey everybody, welcome back to the Highland Fox. Today we're going to talk about the Spanish Grand Prix. Red Bull won, so we're going to move on.
And we'll talk about literally anything else. So first off, Mercedes, banger of a race.
Right, they did really well. They were like the most exciting part of the race.
Yeah, like Hamilton was up there, and Russell just kept going and going and going. So he had a pretty good race.
He went from like P12 to second or P12 to third.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
So thought it was also going to get a little bit more exciting when he mentioned rain, but it ended up just being sweat on his face. So I was like, oh, okay.
It's the best radio call ever when his race engineer is like, "Just you. You're the only one reporting it.
It's your sweat. You're fine." So they did great.
I thought it was going to get... So, 2016, Nico and Hamilton took each other out at this race.
That's what I was thinking was going to happen.
And then they collided in qual. And I was like, we're seeing it again. Mm-hmm. And no, they got along.
So Mercedes, I think...
Their upgrades worked.
So, under Max, but like they were winners this race. So
yeah, I mean, Max won by 26 seconds, which has been every race he's won by that, except for Australia, which was under a safety car.
Yeah.
So... Max won, moving on.
Yeah.
But yeah, their upgrades seem to work. They added some side pods. More of the Aston look. I hate everyone's saying all the upgrades are like, oh, they're just a Red Bull copy. Not very many of these look like Red Bull. Mm-hmm. I think it's just the easy one to say.
Yeah. But I think if you actually look at the cars, it's like, okay, I mean, they all look very similar, but...
Right.
Yeah, I mean, if they did replicate Red Bull, maybe they would be doing better. So...
Hey, second and third, man. They're now... I with that, though, I didn't know this. Well, until after the race. With Aston not doing well, Mercedes took second in the Constructors now. Mm-hmm. So, that's going to be interesting to see.
Fun, since Russell was like, yeah, maybe we can, like, jump Ferrari. I was like, honey, you already did that.
You guys left Ferrari months ago. Stop worrying about Ferrari.
Speaking of...
Right, that's a nice lead-in.
So, some upgrades that did not work so well.
Yeah.
Leclerc and Sainz with Ferrari, not their best.
All new side pods. They still have their kind of bathtub shape, but they kind of filled it in a little bit to look more like... I think they look more like Aston. Everyone's saying Red Bull because I think it's just what's the easiest thing to say is. But yeah, did not work out well for them. Leclerc qualified 19th with no accidents or anything like that, just on pure pace, 19th, which is weird for a Ferrari.
Yeah. And then Sainz, he was second and got knocked off that podium. I don't really know.
Without a fight, I think is the worst part.
Yeah.
Like Leclerc went from 19th and then couldn't make his way through the field, which is ridiculous.
But I feel like Sainz was almost like a personal problem. I don't know. Maybe it was car related, but he just...
He was second, and then someone got near him, and then he was third, and someone got near him, and then he was fourth, and someone got near him, and then he was fifth. Like, he just... It was getting passed like he was in a Williams.
Yeah.
Which Leclerc wasn't.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Just Ferrari did not come out strong looking. Maybe they're trying out some new stuff. It didn't work. But I would definitely say they're one of the losers of the race.
Oh, 100%. So, my question for you is, Mercedes brought upgrades in Monaco. Mm-hmm. And then they did really well here. Mm-hmm. Is this a problem of Ferrari's upgrades didn't work? Or do they not understand their upgrades yet?
I mean, I definitely could see a both situation here.
It is still Ferrari.
It is still Ferrari. I think they're still kind of getting all the quirks out. But I don't know if they worked. That was a rough race if you're a Ferrari fan. I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. One of the things we normally rely on to keep things exciting too, moving off of the sadness that is Ferrari, is red flags, yellow flags, accidents, drivers hitting each other by accident, getting penalties.
Or just engine problems.
Or tire blowouts or anything, right?
Aggression, too.
Yeah. This season, I want to see what you thought, is one of the cleanest seasons ever. There was single-digit races with no yellow flags in the history of F1, and this year we've already had like 2 or 3.
Yeah, and I think we've mentioned before, like 2 years ago, it was like there was only been like 5 other races where all finishers have finished.
Yeah.
Or racers have finished.
Like
and this year, there's been like
multiple.
3?
Yeah.
So it's definitely a clean season.
Which
safety-wise is really good.
Great. We don't want anybody getting hurt. But it does make it less exciting because, like,
It does.
not only is Max 20 seconds ahead of the field, but like he never gets brought back in. Like, how many times in 21 or in Schumacher days or something did was somebody like blowing away the field and a safety car comes in and ruins it? You know, or a red flag, or
And like it's
somebody
weird. Like
pits
I'm
at the
like,
wrong time.
I no longer expect accidents. I am like, is it gonna rain? Is that gonna be
we're
exciting?
hoping for rain or something.
Like I feel like rain is the only thing that's
spiced up Monaco.
Yeah. So it's very clean. I feel like this season there's a lot of like kind of questions about the cars.
Are they harder to follow now? And
yeah. So I mean, I guess we'll see what happens with that.
Because this is race 8?
I think so.
I think it's 8.
So
we still got quite a few races left, but we're getting there. We're almost halfway through. So
yeah.
we'll see.
Last loser of the race, Norris.
Why would you bring
Yeah,
him up?
I know. I just wanted to do a shout out. I was so upset.
It's not a shout out.
Well, it is.
He got third, and he had everything.
I know, and like Piastri looked good too, and then McLaren. I mean,
yeah.
But at least Norris showed like, hey, I'm here. And
right.
Then,
yeah. So Russell.
I guess that was the excitement of the race.
Right. Yeah.
Hamilton and
now
Norris.
Russell can say Mercedes can hope they jump McLaren. He's still worried about Ferrari. Maybe McLaren's next. Yep.
That is true.
Norris outqualified him.
They're coming for you.
Mercedes is coming for McLaren. Better watch out.
But
yeah,
it was an okay race.
All right. And on that depressing bombshell, see you guys later.